Hello guys, in this video we will be talking about React and React Native. What are the similarities, what are the differences, and at the end I will also give you some tips on how you can learn React Native. So the first thing you need to understand is React wasn't specifically built for the web, and it's just that this let me open up a React app real quick. This and this is a basic create React app. So this thing that we have in index.js, this React DOM.render. So this is what makes React usable on the web. So React wasn't specifically built for the web. This enables that. So which means is that React can be used for another things as well, and it turned out that using React for mobile apps was a great idea, because if you think about it, let's look at a website made on React, that is Facebook. They made React and they use React. So this is my homepage, and when I click on my profile area, you see this page is never refreshed. The content changes, but you see here, over here, nothing changes. So this is how React works, and if you think about it, that's how pretty much apps work as well. When you click from one tab to another tab, the page does not refresh, right? There is no such thing as page refreshing on the top. It just goes to another page, and even if there is a loading area, loading bar, it is shown at the center of the page. So that's why React was so good for creating Android and iOS apps. And another advantage of using React Native is that you can build for both iOS and Android. So now let's see what are the similarities. Let's at first look at the similarities only between React and React Native. So let me open up a React Native code base for you so that you can compare. So this is a code base that I'm currently working on for my portfolio. So as you can see, this is a React Native app, and as you can see, a lot of things are similar. The way we import stuffs is similar. The way we export stuffs are similar, and the way we return stuff is pretty similar, and the way we write functions is identical. And this is how we define states in React Native. You can also use it in a similar way like in React. It's just using hooks. It is a functional component. So the way you kind of write the code is pretty much the same thing, but the way you render the view is kind of different. So those are the similarities. But there are also a lot of things that's different between React and React Native. And if I have to give you a rough number, I will say around 60 to 70% stuffs are pretty similar between React and React Native. And I think around 30 to 40% stuffs is different. So there are two things that's different. First of all is the ecosystem is pretty different. Like, it's not the same when you build apps for the web, for a website, and when you build apps for smartphones. It's the environment is pretty different, because if you think about it, when you're building an app for smartphone, you can also use stuff like the microphone, the camera, the built-in storage inside the smartphone. You can do that in website too, but the functionality is pretty limited. So first of all, the first difference is the ecosystem. Like the way you code is, you have to look at various other stuffs as well while building an Android or an iOS app. The second thing that differentiates is obviously the syntax, right? So this is the syntax for React Native. I mean, if you're not understanding, I get it. I guess that's why you're watching this video on the first place. So again, the way you write the code is also again kind of similar. You see this the way we write the attributes, that's pretty similar, but it's just that the actual elements you use are pretty different. So here, this view is kind of like the division in HTML, and this text input represents input, and this text thing right here, it resembles span area, and even the styling is pretty similar. You can see that, right? But it's just that we do styling in JavaScript, so it is a little different. So we have to provide the values in strings, but again, you can see like margin top, margin right, margin left, a lot of things are really similar. So I strongly believe if you already have a very strong knowledge of React, it wouldn't be that hard to learn React Native, because these things aren't that hard. You will slowly get the hang of it. But what I will suggest is, if you haven't learned React yet, or if you don't even know JavaScript, and maybe you are even just new in programming, then I would suggest you to consider other options as well. Obviously, React Native is a great alternative for you because, as I already mentioned, you can build both iOS and Android apps. But there are also a lot of other options like Flutter. I think that's pretty similar like React Native, and you can also choose platform specific programming languages like Kotlin or Java for Android, Swift for iOS, which you can also, Swift can be also used for building Mac apps, and that's something. So that's my take on React versus React Native. Now let me show you some places from where you can learn React Native. Now, if you want to you're just getting started, I think you should go with this tutorial by Academind. This is where I learned, actually this is they have a full course on Udemy. It's just a small portion in YouTube. And again, they are not paying me to say this. It's just that I really like their content. That's why I'm sharing this with you. So, you know, this is where I learned React Native, and this can be this video, it's like almost 6 hours long, and I think it can be a great starter for you. And if you're later understanding, you can purchase this course from React Native, and it's Udemy. Like, it's showing $169, but every now and then it will give you a coupon and you can get the course for $10. And another great alternative is this course by Stephen Grinder. Stephen Grinder is actually my favorite Udemy teacher. I mean, if you're watching, thank you, sir. But he makes great courses. I learned React from him, but you know, I just wanted a new taste. That's why I learned React Native from Academind. But you can also look at his course. Like, you can see he almost has 100,000 students on this course. So this can be another alternative if you want to pay for this. And yeah, I mean, the React Native official docs by Facebook is always a great idea to start learning React Native. And I guess that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, feel free to subscribe to my channel, give it a thumbs up, and again, most importantly, if you didn't understand anything, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section and I'll be more than happy to help you. Thank you.